think it's about time I spoke about the press conference between Deji KSI versus Logan Paul and Jake Paul. So it's a bit mediocre. Deji being his first time doing something like that. What us guys in the entertainment industry see as a promo. So he's promoting the fight. Jake Paul didn't do too bad. He kept on screaming Walmart about Deji's shoes, but last time I checked, Jake Paul's merch is being sold in Walmart, so he's kind of just, yeah, he's just fucked himself over. That was just like, he's just basically punned himself, saying, oh, well, if you're getting stuff from Walmart, then you're an idiot, like, you're low life kind of thing. Well, you're selling your merch there, so what does it say about you? The whole thing of him throwing Deji's glasses off the stage, that was a bit uncalled for, but I see it was him trying to get under his skin, but you don't take someone's property and throw it. Like, he's come out with like a Louis Vuitton bag or something like that, or maybe Gucci. Like, I feel that him doing that there, he was trying to be Floyd Mayweather. Like, when Floyd came out, because when they done that press conference tour with Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor, he come out, I don't know if it was all his press conferences, but he used to come out with the Gucci bag, I think it was Gucci or something like that, and had all the money in it, then he had like 50 grand in there or some shit like that. Yeah, I see Jake Paul trying to do that, showing up in a Gucci suit or whatever the fuck it was. The suit did not look nice. Jake Paul, if you ever do watch this, your suit was disgusting. Like, I don't mean disgusting in a good way, I mean disgusting as in disgusting the bad way. Like, you should not be wearing that suit. Like, that's, I don't know. The thing is with these YouTubers nowadays, where they're forgetting the sense of YouTube. Like, when YouTube first came about, the hint was in the title, YouTube. So you're doing a channel about you. And where these guys got so big, like, yeah, like I've got to give it to them. Like, they've got millions of subscribers, and yeah, they've got all this money. But then now, like, the way that they like pose themselves on the web now, like that press conference, that pissed me off. Like, Logan Paul, he came out, obviously he was trash talking all that. That's what you do in a press conference. You're there to talk about the fight, but you want to wind up your opponent and get in their head. But, like, he just came in a normal suit. Like, he was looking nice and all that, looking dapper, he looked cool. And then, like, Jake Paul just, like, yeah, he just seemed like he was like, he's too big for his boots. Like, he's trying, for the Americans that watch this and anyone else in the other country, it's more of an English word. I think they use it in America or something. I don't know, but that's what we call stunting. So you think you're about that, but you're not. Like, guarantee, yeah, the guy's probably rich, but he's not that rich. I'm telling you that for a fact. He's not that rich. That Team 10 house that they live in, trust me, they don't own that house. They rent. They haven't got enough money to buy that house. That's why that's why there's so many of them in the house. That's like, I think, like, so like with the Sidemen, I think they half own and half rent the Sidemen house, but I do reckon they'll buy it at some point. Or they probably already have, but they didn't buy that house outright straight away. They don't have that kind of money. Those houses there, especially over here in England, are expensive. Trust me, like, a house that the Sidemen got, if that was in America, it'd be cheaper. Because, like, what have they got, like, 8 bedrooms or something like that? You're talking, like, between 10 and 15 million pound. Like, the size of the house, and they've probably got a few acres of land as well. Front and back. And, yeah, no, that stuff don't come cheap. But anyway, we're getting off the subject. The press conference. So, Deji didn't do too bad, but the whole thing of we kept him going, oh, come here, come to my face, like it seemed like he was still in school, like someone says something about his mum, he's going, yeah, come here, say that to my face, like come here, man, like come, can't, like, nah, mate, like you can't be doing that. He's got to stand there and take the banter. That's what it is. Deji just like he doesn't. It doesn't seem like he can take banter. Like I think he gets offended by most things. Jake Paul is just a dickhead. Like I don't like him. Like I've actually unsubscribed from his channel. Like that's how much I don't like him. When I first subscribed to him a few years back, yeah, I thought it was cool. Obviously, he's like Ohio. He's now living in LA. Like or where he is. I don't know where he's living. I couldn't give a shit really. But like he seemed himself, and now like since his name has been since he started to become a bit irrelevant and everything, and then obviously the whole thing with Logan Paul in January, what happened, obviously that's all come out and all that, and then the fight came up. Jake Paul, he's just trying to become relevant again, because like it's no secret he's losing subscribers. Like apparently last year he lost a few 100,000, maybe a couple million. Apparently, that's what I've heard. But it's happening to everyone. It's happening to everyone. It's not just him. I'm not trying to single Jake Paul out. Like I wouldn't say I hate him. That's a strong word. I just he's not my cup of tea anymore. Like he's changed. He's not. He's not the guy I subscribed to a couple of years back. He's a different dude. And yeah, I know everything's about change and you want to evolve and you need to go places, but getting too big for your boots isn't the way you do it. And the way he came across, the way he presented himself at the press conference, it didn't impress me one bit. Not one bit. But yeah, Logan come out. He done the whole thing of where he got in JJ's face, KSI's face when he came out on stage. As I saw on Instagram, it was a bit of a again Conor McGregor versus Mayweather. If you see in the photo, Mayweather's sitting down and Conor McGregor comes on stage and gets in his face. As that same thing, he's doing the same thing. Obviously, yeah, like the whole thing of like people were saying stuff about they were saying like sly comments and just stupid shit like about how they dress. Like KSI came in a tracksuit and Deji came in, I think he came in tracksuit bottoms and one of his tank tops. Yeah, like it doesn't matter what you wear to a press conference. Like we got to realise is like with the Paul brothers, so Logan and Jake, they was born over there in America, so obviously it's hot all the time, so they're used to it, so they can wear suits and stuff in the heat. It doesn't bother them. But where like us like Deji and KSI live in England, it's not really that hot all the time, so we're always like now the weather's gorgeous. Like we're living in 30-degree heat wave at the moment for next week, so that's quite cool. I've been going to the park every day and sunbathing, but we're not used to this weather. So in this weather, I can't wear a suit. That's suicide. Like I'm not used to this weather. So maybe if I was to live in this weather for a year, then yeah, like at some point, I could wear a suit today, because you're used to it. You're used to the atmosphere. Like you've got to really hydrate when you go to a hot country. Like at the moment, I'm drinking loads of water. I don't really drink that much. I need to drink more water anyway. But that's the point I'm getting to. They say now why weren't they wearing suits? Like I think they want to wear a suit. They want to wear a suit. Like JJ looked cool. Yeah, he was wearing I think it's called King or something like that tracksuit. It's sold in Foot Asylum over here. It was quite a cool tracksuit. It was nice, and Deji looked alright. Like it's not like they fucking come in a vest and a pair of shorts and flip flops, like they're ready for the beach. Like they've come like how they dress. You don't have to dress to impress all the time. Like, that's not what it's about. Like, they're there to have a press conference, talk about the fight. Yeah, they're gonna have a bit of intimidation talks and stuff like that. As I said, they're gonna banter, get each other's heads. Like, the whole thing of Logan, the foot mat with JJ's face on, that was funny. I'm sorry, KSI, but yeah, no, that was funny. I like that. That was quite cool. Well, the first about 45 seconds, it was funny. After a while, when he kept on stamping and all that, I was like, all right then, mate. Yeah, the joke's over. Yeah, you've got a foot mat with JJ's face, and you stamping it. Yeah, cool. That's funny. And then when then JJ just got him with the whole Toy Story alien toys. That was a bit of a that was a bit of a punch in the face kind of thing. And then when he kind of cussed him in a way, like it was a bit beyond banter. That I think JJ's intent was banter when he done this, but I reckon deep down it was a bit further than banter for him when he said like what are you gonna do when you lose and all that, and then he puts the blonde wig on, and straight away I knew when he said he's gonna set up the camera, straight away he was bang on about the speech that Logan Paul did. When he sat in front of the camera apologising about the suicide forest incident. But yeah, that was crazy. If he, I reckon it would have been a bit more of a low blow if he said you're gonna sit in front of the camera and give the Hancock speech again, because everyone said, and I even agree with it. When I watched it straight away, I just thought Hancock, because when Logan done that speech, every word was basically from the film Hancock with Will Smith. That was that was a bit stupid. So it might have been, my apology might have been real, but I think you need to have your own speech instead of giving a speech from a film, which is kind of a good speech. Then what else was there? Something happened. I was watching vlogs of people like YouTubers that was in the crowd, and like Syndicate was there, and he actually caught Deji's glasses. Actually, that was quite funny. Well, he didn't catch him. I don't think. I think one of the fans caught him and he gave him the Syndicate or something. So he gave him back to him. And then that professional boxer guy, I forgot his name. The guy, like the host that was there, the big black dude. I forgot his name. But he loves that phrase "Let's go, champ," doesn't he? He loves it. I think he's I think it's his own trademarked motto for his own company or something. So he probably says it. Probably gets like 20 cents every time he says it. So he's like, "Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Let's go." He's like, "Just made $1. Let's keep going." Yeah, I think someone needs to put in the comments how many times that guy said "Let's go, champ" that press conference. Like he just loves it. But no, it was a good press conference. Could have been done a bit better. It was a bit, the hosts and the way it was set up, it was a bit amateur. Like, I know it's only white collar boxing. It's not amateur boxing. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter about headgear, because amateur boxers wear headgear, but these guys, they don't have. Well, I don't know about KSI. I know Logan Paul once had a boxing license, so obviously he could box amateur, but I don't know if he has it anymore. But KSI doesn't have one. I don't think so. So it's not really an amateur fight. Deji doesn't have an amateur license, and I don't think Jake Paul has an amateur license. Not a boxing license, not amateur license. I'm a fucking retard. But yeah, no, it was just it's just a white collar boxing match. I'm not trying to put these guys down. It's boxing. You're putting your well-being on the line, because anything can happen. I can't fucking talk. anything can happen in a boxing match. Anything. Because whether you've got headgear on or not, if someone gives you a nice, powerful, clean punch to your temple, headgear or not, you're going down and there is a high chance of concussion. Like, the headgear, if you was to get someone like Mike Tyson in his prime, proper give you a dirty right hook into the, like in your face, in your chin or wherever you wanna have it with headgear on, you're still gonna get knocked the fuck out. You're gonna get knocked out any day of the month. But the headgear is there to protect your face, like, because obviously you've got all this open here. Obviously, all around here is to protect against cuts and all that. It's to protect your temples and stuff. So, if someone gives you a right mean one, like, and you don't know how to defend yourself, that's why they call it white collar or amateur or whatever. You're not at that level to take that headgear off. If I'll tell you now, if these guys when they box, if they don't wear headgear, they're stupid, because JJ, yeah, he looks good in the ring, but he doesn't have the right to call himself a boxer yet. He's not at that level. Like, he doesn't have, like, his defence is good. I'm not going to put him down. Like, he's got good blocking and stuff like that. He knows how to counter a punch and stuff, but he's at just about an amateur level. Like, if you was to put him in a ring with a professional boxer with no headgear, he'd get knocked out in the first round. I'm telling you that for a fact. Because there's so much to boxing. When it comes to boxing, it's not all about bobbing and weaving and throwing your fists. It's a lot more than that. There's so much technique in there. It's the waiting game. You need to pick your shots. Like, that's why you got 12 rounds. That's why like UFC, you've got 3 rounds in a normal fight and then 5 rounds for a championship fight. The reason being, it's because you're not just using your fists, you're using your legs, you're using your body. So it'll be over with no time. But because there's so much of the waiting game and wearing someone down and just waiting for your moment, that's why boxing has 12 rounds in professional fights. That is the main reason why. And it's to give both fighters a chance, basically. So when it comes to the end of it, they can actually, from the referees that are scoring the fight, they can actually give them a good chance at winning by decision. But yeah, but KSI is a good boxer. Logan, I was seeing a couple of his fights on the internet. He had a few, I think it was amateur boxing he did. Done quite well. And that video that went up inspiring when he knocked that guy out with a counter punch, that was a bit dangerous. So I'd say KSI, that one, you need to watch out, because if this guy's a counter puncher, you've got to realise he's bigger and stronger than you. And trust me, he is stronger than you. I can tell you that now. This guy lives in the gym, basically. Like, look at him, look at his body. Like, he's just like, he's a wrestler. Wrestlers are strong. They've got to be strong. So if he's knocking a guy out and with a jab, yeah, then I'm fucking worried about what's going to happen with his right hand. Because that's an Anthony Joshua all over. Because I've seen interviews of fighters that have, like, after a fight with Anthony Joshua, and said that where the guy's orthodox, when he was giving him lefts like jabs, like, they were saying they felt like backhands. Like, they felt like he was fucking knocking them out. But it's raw power, but it's about precision when it comes to punching and all that. If you don't punch correctly, you're not going to get that power. If you don't pivot your hips and stuff like that, you're just not going to get anything in there. And, like, it's just going to feel like a jab, or a shit jab. But yeah, but keep going off subject. What's wrong with you? Yeah, so the press conference, it went well. Yeah. Well, until the end. JJ, he still needs to control himself. This is what pisses me off. the guy goes, oh yeah, he's this and that. He portrays himself as like the big man, the big dog, and stuff like that, and nothing can phase him. Bruv, all the guy did was take the wig off and try and take his bandana off. He didn't touch him. He just needs to grow up, and he tries to go and fight him and all that. And then both people's teams come on the stage and try to start a fight. Like, you lot are childish, mate. Like, TGF, yeah, I just plugged you just then. Childish, yeah? But, yeah, no, it's just... You guys need to calm yourself down. Like, look at, like, I go to Conor McGregor versus Mayweather again when they did the press conference. And, what was it? McGregor put his hand on Mayweather's head and start rubbing it or whatever. Like, bruv, do you see him standing up and start throwing a hissy fit? So what if the guy touched your fucking bandana? You need to grow up, mate. Because what you got to realise is, yeah, this guy is trying to get under your skin. And you're going to get so wound up about him fucking touching your bandana. Like, you're going to go in there and you're going to be so angry, you're not going to control yourself, and you're going to get knocked out. It's how it happens. I've seen these things happen. Trust me. Like, I've got a fighting background myself. I've done MMA for 6 years. I still kind of practice it now, and I've done boxing for 3 years on the side of that as well. Like, trust me. I don't care if the guy comes up to you and licks your face. Just stand there and take it, because if you stand there and you do nothing about it, they're gonna get wound up because they're trying to get under your skin, and where they see that they're not getting under your skin, it's gonna get under their skin. Because they feel like they're not phasing you, which is the whole point of a press conference. Now, like when Deji went mad about his glasses and all that, Jake sees he's got under his skin about his glasses. He's having a fun time. He's screaming Walmart and all that, which, as I said at the start, was a bit silly because he's basically cussing and punning himself because he sells his merch in Walmart. And, yeah, right, it's just mediocre. I reckon my predictions for the fight. I've had enough of talking about this press conference. Like, they just don't know. They don't know. But my predictions. I'll start off with the KSI versus Logan. If KSI gets his technique in, he listens to his trainers. I've heard that he trained at the Mayweather gym, which is quite cool. If he listens to the advice he's been given and follows instructions, he'll win. If he doesn't, he'll lose. So, if KSI sticks to the game plan, I see him winning. So, I reckon KSI will take Logan. Deji versus Jake is a different story. Well, it's kind of the same. I saw Deji on the pads in the video and stuff like that. He looks wicked on the pads. Quite good. Sparring, not so much. It's lack of confidence, I can see. He needs that confidence. Like, I think it's kind of the wrong thing for him to be sparring JJ. I think so. Where I saw his video the other day where he says he's left the Sidemen house, he's no longer training with Vidal. I think that's a good choice because he's going to be with JJ all the time and he's sparring him, and it's not a good thing. You need to spar someone else that you don't know because it's much easier. You need to get that confidence boost because where he knows JJ and obviously they've grown up fighting and stuff like that, he knows him all too well. So he's too busy he's too scared. He's like, oh no, but what if he hits me with this? Oh, I remember when he done this and stuff like that. Like, it's not the correct mindset to have. So, yeah, I reckon if he does train somewhere else, like, I'll be happy to train him. Like, Deji, if you're watching this, if you need a trainer, I'm here, bro. I'll make sure you win that fight, but yeah, no, I reckon if Deji does on the pads. If Deji can do on the pads what he does on the pads to Jake Paul, and he's focused and he's precise with his punches, I reckon there is a chance he could tape Jake Paul. I don't reckon he'll knock him out. Well, I don't know. It could be a shocker. He could be stronger than he looks, kind of thing. But I reckon if he sticks to the game plan, as I said about JJ as well, Like, I reckon JJ could knock Logan Paul out easy. But with Deji, I reckon if Deji sticks to the game plan, knows how to defend himself and tries to counter them punches, I reckon he'll win by decision. But I also see Jake Paul knocking Deji out. So it's a 50-50 with Jake Paul and Deji. But it's also a 50-50 with KSI and Logan Paul. But I reckon, same as I said, KSI, stick to the game plan, do as your trainers tell you to do, and you'll hopefully get a knockout, or you'll win by stoppage, or you'll win by decision. But if you don't do that, I reckon Logan Paul will knock KSI out, because he's got the punching power to do it. And as I said, probably about 2 minutes ago or 5 minutes ago or whatever, he counter-punched some guy in a sparring session with a jab. Well, a left hook, but it's not his backhand. It's his front hand, his jab hand. I think he's not going to do that. So if the guy's knocking dudes out with his left, be fucking scared of what he can do with his right. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, obviously I want Deji and KSI to win because they're like English. Obviously, I do like Logan Paul. He's a good guy. Stupid about the Suicide Forest thing, but all can be forgiven. He needs to learn from his mistakes. He probably already is in the process of doing that, or he already has. But he just needs to keep his chin up and think before he says or does anything. That's my only advice. But yeah, Jake Paul, not so much a fan anymore. But yeah, that's enough from me, guys. Hopefully, if there is another fight in the future, the press conference can be over here again and done properly and professionally, and you can actually have the weigh-ins done, because as you guys saw from the press conference, they didn't even get to get the fucking scales out to get the weigh-in done. So they probably had to do that behind closed doors, because some people can't grow up and control their temper. Anyway, guys, that's enough from me. Until next time, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and see ya. Doesn't matter if the world is grown.